Maya Kilmer, and I've been teaching for 10 years. I've been here since 2006, and I teach English to all grades. So I teach freshmen, both honors and regular, and then I teach oral communications and science fiction. Starting in 4th grade, everyone, my teachers, fellow students, told me that I should be a teacher when I grew up, and so I swore I never would be. And so my husband had started working in South Central Los Angeles and was bringing home horror stories every day, but they were always very funny and sounded really fulfilling. And when I started teaching, both of our parents, my mom and my husband's mom, apparently made a bet that I wouldn't last the first day, because here I was, this skinny little white girl in South Central. Oh, I loved it. I loved it from day one. It was incredibly difficult. My first class of students, who I started out as 7th graders, just last year graduated from USC and Georgetown, UCLA, all over the place. And these are kids who are all first-generation college goers. The teachers who stick out are always, I think this is the same for most people, the ones who showed compassion and the ones who pushed me to go farther than I thought I could. I think that usually sticks out for most people. I think one that kids here might relate to was my AP teacher, my AP English teacher. And part of it was her unraveling the mystery of analysis of literature by not just discussion of concepts, but by showing us that in English there are established formulas as much as there are in math. And a lot of people don't realize that English, and I'm not talking about grammar, I'm talking about English analysis and English writing, is very, very formulaic, and it can be broken down that way. And that was exciting for me to see. I love dealing with teenagers because you can have adult conversations with them. And I don't mean that in terms of adult content, I mean in terms of adult logic. It's exciting dealing with people who are really starting to think about the world outside of their own for the first time. And the fact that I can share the excitement of finding stuff out, of discovering things, and hopefully share some of that passion about curiosity with them at an adult level, that's really exciting. Two of my students who are juniors at USC right now came up to visit us last summer, and they said that all of their friends at USC were like, "Why are you going to see teachers? That's so weird." And they said, "Are you kidding me? Miss Kilmer is who got me into USC." So that's always amazing to hear. I mean, it's not true, but it's amazing to think that that's how they think about it. Classroom size. Absolutely. In terms of writing, the only thing that truly improves student writing, besides teaching them the formulaic side of it, is written feedback. When I was in school with a class of only 14 students, my teacher was able to teach me how to be a good writer through extensive feedback. With our class sizes, you cannot do that. The most a teacher can do reasonably is a comment or two on a paper. And that does not teach students how to write well enough, well as they need to. It doesn't teach them to address their own personal habits and mistakes that they have. But I think if we honestly and sincerely believe that all children deserve the right to develop intellectually, or even in trade, we would fund education fully, no matter what. Parents instill in their kids a level of value for education, whether it be high or low, or anywhere in between. So, parents shape what students think of as a normal future. I think there's a tendency for high school kids to take a real hands-off approach, like it's your job now, you either sink or swim. I don't think high schoolers are mature enough for that yet, at least most. Some high schoolers definitely are. You know, they're go-getters, and maybe that's because of, you know, something they were born with innately, or maybe because their parents taught them that already. Parents need to be incredibly, incredibly hands-on with their teenagers